Hi there, this is Jill. Jill Speaks Wisdom. And I want to talk about how it is so utterly confusing when you meet somebody and they're so amazing. So you start dating a girl or you start dating a guy or a woman or man, and they're just so nice, and you just can't believe, like, wow, they're just great. And what's so crazy is that somebody so amazing can then turn so cold very, very quickly within months. That's because typically we determine and we find out that they're a narcissist, but it's hard to come to terms with because you saw that really nice side, but then you saw the really ugly side, and that's the side that's going to stick for the remainder. So it's better to find out sooner rather than later. If you are dating someone and they claim to be your soulmate, like pretty quickly, be careful, because they could very well be a narcissist. I know this personal experience, as the research shows it. If you meet someone and they're quickly pushing the relationship, like moving in and we're going to get married and we're going to buy a home together, it's just too much too soon. And you're excited, but something deep down inside tells you, I don't know, this is awfully fast. We got to try to trust that, but a lot of us, we won't, because we're kind of excited. But you really need to remember that there's something called love bombing that these people do in the beginning. They will tell you how special you are, how pretty you are, what a classy lady you are, or a classy man. And deep inside, you're like, wow, that's really nice, but it's almost overkill, all these compliments. It's called love bombing. So I actually dated someone like that too, and there was a lot of future faking going on, talking about bringing me to Italy, getting married. It was all really nice, but actions spoke louder than words. Oh, we're going to buy a house, let's go look at houses, but never like the reality came up of, well, how are we going to buy this house? Who's paying for what? Those are the things you're not going to hear. Months into these relationships, the words and actions may not match up, and you're going to start to see it more. And if you question these people, like, oh, well, I think that sounds nice that we, are going to buy a house, but how are we going to do that? Or what are you thinking? And, we got to take a look at, our credit scores. I mean, there's all kinds of things. Are we going to share our salaries? I mean, really, like the reality of it. So, I remember I did that, and he was just like, well, I can show you how much I make. I said, no, just because if we're talking about such a thing, these things have to come up. So they'll get irritated and upset if you ask really smart questions. And remember, if you already had a narcissistic marriage like I did, you don't need another one. It's true that they're very nice and very wonderful in the beginning, and then that kind of goes away. It goes south. And you see that good behavior and you still want to hold on to it, and you want to think it's going to go back. But how could a person that was so amazing turn so cold? That's the question that I think a lot of people that have been in narcissistic relationships, it's just in their head, even a year or two after that relationship. How were they that one way and then they turned into such a horrible person? But I think that'll help you if you've been in a relationship, to know that that's the thoughts of people that have been in one. Everybody is definitely going down that road. And you're not crazy. It's not you making this up. What you saw is what you saw, okay? So, Jill Speaks Wisdom. Please give me comments. Please tell me what you experienced. Like, how long was the love bombing? When did it turn into something else? I think if we write these things down and help each other out, it's going to just be more apparent for the future. So please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon, and we'll be out with another video. Thank you.